Hi soulmate, welcome to Lily Creative channel. So in today's tutorials, I'm going to be showing you on how I made this beautiful wrap dress. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. It's absolutely free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon and also like my video if you find it interesting or useful. Share with friends and colleagues whom you think might be in need of this video. Leave your comment at the comment section. I will attend to all your questions. Alright guys, let's get to work. So this is the fabric I'm going to be using for this, and it is between 2 to 2.5 yards of fabric, and it's also a silk fabric. So I'm going to be cutting the down part, that's the skirt part of this dress first. Okay, the normal length of this fabric is by 60, so I'm folding the by 60 into two, which is 30-30. Okay, and this is the waist I'm drawing out now. So the length of this dress is 40, so 40 minus the half length is like 25 or 28 inches or so. I don't know, but I'm going to make it longer than the usual length. Okay, because when you wrap a dress or when you tie it, it's kind of shorter. Okay, so that's why I'm making it longer, so that by the time I tie it, even though it's short, it won't exceed my normal length that I actually want it to be. So this down part, I'm going to be cutting it in form of flare. This is because I don't want seam by both sides. Okay, I don't want seams to be seen on my both side by side. So that's why I'm going to be cutting it in form of flare, and it will really look nice like so. So this is now a 180 degrees flare. Okay, the bottom is the narrow part while the up part is the waist. So after I'm done with that, I'm going to come to the center back of the waist, and I'm going to draw down 2 inch. I'm going to mark down 2 inch and connect it to the other end of the waist. Okay, this is in order that it doesn't form bulge at the center back. So once I am done cutting, drafting and cutting the down part of the dress, this is how it looks like. So now I'm going to go ahead to cut the upper part of this dress, and I'm starting with the back pattern first. So I'm drawing the shoulder line here. Okay, so from the shoulder line, I'm going to be marking out my armhole line or chest line, which is 8 inches from the shoulder line, and also the half length, which is 18 inches from the shoulder line. So now I'm going to be cutting out the what I need for the back pattern, the volume or the portion I need for the back pattern out of the whole of this fabric. So once I have done that, I'm just going to work on it separately. Okay, so this center back is on fold. This is because I don't want seam or stitches on my dress, like so much of it. No. Now on the shoulder line from the center back, I am marking 3 inch, which is the neck width, and also from the up from the shoulder down on the center back, I'm marking a 1 inch. This is the neck depth, so I'm going to connect it with the neck width. Okay, like so. And once I'm done with that, I'm just going to mark my shoulder and also add ½ inch to it for the seam allowance. I'm also taking the shoulder measurement on the chest line or the armhole line, and I'm connecting the shoulder to meet that chest line at the shoulder measurement with a straight line. From the shoulder, on that vertical line that connects the shoulder to the chest, I'm going to be going down by 1.5 inch and connect it to meet with the width, the neck width. This becomes my shoulder slope. Okay, so next, on the chest line, on that vertical line connecting the shoulder to the chest, I'm going to go up by 2.5 inch. This is the point where the curve of my back armhole is going to start from. Okay, all right. So once I am done with that, so now I'm going to be taking the bust measurement on the chest line, which is 37 divided by 4 is 9.25. Then I now added 1 inch to it. Okay, like so. So this 1 inch is the seam allowance. Okay, All right. So on the waist, that's the half length. I am going to be taking the waist measurement, which is 29 by 4 is 7.25, and to 7.25 I added 1 inch, making it 8.25. So now I'm going to be connecting the bust line to meet the waistline. Please make sure to use the stretchy part of the fabric to cut the horizontal, bodies like the waist, the bust, and all of it. This is because I did not add that to this, okay? So it's not really going to affect it because it's stretchy. So that is one of the reasons. And because I wouldn't want seams, I wouldn't want stitches and seams around my fabric like the outfit. That is why I'm eliminating the dart, and I'll also make sure that the stretchy part of the fabric is what I used. Okay, so take note of that. So once I'm done with that, I'm just going to cut out this back pattern, okay, and also notch the center back and also the neck. Once I am done drafting and cutting the back pattern, I'm going to be using it to draft the front pattern of this dress, okay? So I make sure that I pin it so that it doesn't allow movement, okay? So that my measurement will be intact. So from the shoulder, I am going down by 11 inch. This is the bust point, okay? And I'm extending it on the other side of the flat fabric, like you see me doing, okay? All right, and I'm going down by 18 inch, which is the half length, okay? So I'll just go down and mark it straight, like extending it on the other side, like so. So now I'm going to be cutting the front shoulder, neck, the armhole, and also the side, same as the back, okay? The front half length is longer than the back by 1 inch. So now I'm going to be blending it by the side using my curve, okay? So that by the time I run my stitch, it will be the same, okay? All right. So on the waist of the back pattern, okay, I'm extending it by 4 or 5 inches, just like I did to the bust, okay? And I'm now going to connect that extended part, that's the 4 inch, to meet the neck depth at the back like this. And I'm going to connect it with a line, okay? So now from the bust point line, that is where the lines meet themselves, I'm going to go up by 3.5 inch, okay? So from that 3.5 inch, I will start to curve it down, okay? So from that 3.5 inch, I will start to draw a long curve to meet the other side at the extreme, okay? This is because I want the front pattern to come together with the rope. I don't want to attach a rope separately. I want it to come together with the rope. So from the half length, the front half length, I'm going to still curve it to meet the other end, okay? Thereby forming a sharp edge like this. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I'm just going to cut it now from the back neck. This is the back center neck, remember? So I'll just trace that line and cut it out. So once I am done with that, so now I'm going to be cutting out the front half length, okay? Remember that the front half length is longer than that of the back. So I had to blend it at the side, okay, so that they are equal at the side. So once I'm done cutting out the front pattern using the back pattern, the front width neck, that's the width for the front neck, is the same as that of the back. So I'm going to just mark it and then use my ruler and measure where I want the neck depth to be. So for here I marked 7.5. So that's where my neck depth is going to stop. And I'm now going to reconnect it, okay, to the neck width. And once I am done with that, I'm just going to cut it out. So this is now my new neckline for the front pattern. So once I am done cutting out the front pattern, I am going to be replicating the same pattern, okay, since it's a wrap. So I'm going to cut the same another front pattern exactly the same as the other one. So this is the back pattern which I open up, okay, and this is one of the front pattern. So I am going to stitch this on the shoulder by ½ inch, and I will use 1 inch to stitch it side by side. because I added 1 inch seam allowance to it. Okay, remember. All right, on the second one I'm going to also stitch it the same, and once I'm done with it, look at how it looks. So first I had to make sure that I did a finishing on the neck using a bias. So now I am opening the upper bodice, okay, in order to lay over the front, the down part, that's the skirt part, on the waist, that's the half length, that's waist to waist, and on the center back as well, and then pin it. So from that center back, I'm going to start sewing from the center back down to the other end of the waist, okay, up to the rope, and then from the other side of, and also from the center back to the other side as well. So when I'm done with this, this is how it looks. So this is it. And now I'm going to attach a rope, in the inside, that's the wrong side of the fabric, on the seam, that's the side seam. I'm going to attach a small rope. This is in order to be able to tie the first wrap inside. It's going to hold the first wrap inside, and then for the second wrap, there is also going to be a rope on the good side of the fabric, that's the outer part. So I'm going to create an opening in order to fix this rope in it. Okay, so this is the rope I'm going to be fixing. I'm going to create an opening, and once I have done that, I'm going to stitch up the opening, okay, together with the rope. So guys, at this junction, the dress is ready, okay? So as you can see, there are no seams on it, and this is why I love this outfit. So guys, if you find this tutorials useful, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also give me a thumbs up. Leave your comment at the comment section regarding any question. I will see you guys in my next tutorials. Bye.